Hi, this is the Desert Bears podcast. I'm Davy, the host of the freaking show.
Welcome back. You were sick.
I'm back from being sick, and I'm still sick.
How was that fish SARS, by the way?
Oh, man. It was tasty. Anyway,
right.
To my right is amateur human and semi-professional scientist.
Ball lightning.
To my left is movie guru and obnoxious person.
Or not.
And we have a special guest with us today. Who are you?
Oh, hi, Dan Jackson.
Dan Jackson, friend of ours, musician, person of interest. He will
All of the above.
he will contribute to our awesome conversation.
All
today.
around cool guy.
We talk about
Thanks.
movies, music, TV, life, and interesting topics.
Magic. Laser science.
Magic, laser science. I didn't tell you guys about the magic tournament I went to.
Oh, yeah. We got to hear about that.
Recap, since I've been sick. One thing I did when I was not in bed dying or having an IV in my arm.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Was that bad?
It was that bad.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I
I'm
went.
steal this from you because it's right in front of the microphone.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. There's an iceberg. Anyway,
Magic tournament.
I went to the doctor and he looked at me and like, yeah, you have 103-degree fever and you're dehydrated. Your tonsils are touching. If they swell anymore, we'll have to get you to the emergency room and I'm gonna give you an IV with all the goodness in there, and that was awesome. So after the IV, my fever broke. I was able to walk out of the doctor. Really?
Are you playing the game, Mark?
No, I'm listening to Davy.
With
May or may not be Dora.
Really?
Let's go to the ER.
I'm gonna ban you from the iPhone. Anyway, so the one thing I did get to do is go to turn that off. Awesome.
Oh, that's where it stopped. Okay.
Oh my
stop,
gosh!
stop.
Holy frick!
We're about to have profanity on the Desert Bears podcast.
Yes, someone will die. There will be blood. I went down with. I was invited by a friend of Natalie's, a friend of mine, to the Novell building, and they some guy he knew, a friend. They every time a new edition of Magic the Gathering comes out, they all get together and we put in like $20 and just play draft Magic tournaments.
So how'd you do?
I did not do very well. I haven't played Magic since I was like, honestly, since like we played a few years ago.
Oh, yeah. You didn't play when we were doing the revival.
No, not. I only played like once or twice with you guys. Anyway, so I beat a few people. I beat a little kid.
Yes.
What was cool?
That's my
is,
kind of weekend right there.
You know, I
Beating kids.
I destroyed a small child in
Once
Magic.
again, if you want to send hate mail, send it to
Yes.
3desertbears@gmail.com.
Excellent. I
we
didn't
have,
know we had
we have an email address, apparently.
We actually do.
and a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Desert Bears.
And I never use it.
Awesome. Anyway, I ended up, getting like, the higher up in the standings you get, the more booster packs you get.
Oh, so you
So-
kinda like
Jetpacks? Because I'm a...
Booster packs.
The Rocketeer.
Packs
Explain the
of,
difference to me later.
packs of playing cards,
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So I got like 8. I was in the middle. I didn't do very well. Anyway, we're talking about awesome things tonight. Other than that, I hope I don't cough into the microphone because I'm still sick. Today I am talking about cartoons. Cartoons, because I've been watching a lot of cartoons lately.
That's what you do when you're sick.
Exactly. I have a channel on my TV called Boomerang. It's a sister network to Cartoon Network. It shows nothing but nonstop Hanna-Barbera cartoons and awesome old 1960s cartoons.
Thundar, the Barbarian.
Yes, Thundar. I'll go through the list.
The Herculoid.
Herculoids, Galaxy Trio, Space Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. My favorite is, without a doubt, Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Johnny Quest. And
Johnny Quest, I noticed they just added a bunch of that to Netflix, so maybe I'll actually check it out.
1960s Johnny Quest. Joseph Barbera wanted to make a adventure program after he saw Dr. No, and they hired comic book artist Doug Wildley, who was noted for his Western Marvel comics, to design the show.
Is this it right here? Oh, give it a second. It's loading.
Are you stealing my thunder?
No, I'm going to give you background music. if it ever comes up.
This is mine.
Oh, this is yours? What's mine doing then?
Got the same thing.
The remix.
Oh yeah. This is.
Oh, is that what you had it all
Yeah.
queued up? Okay.
Yeah, I have it.
Look
I
at me.
prepared, Mark. Look at you. This is the thing.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with this.
I've never seen this.
Never.
Never.
Wow.
We're gonna have a
show.
pterodactyl screaming at us in a second.
Yes. Actually, this is the version without the sound effects.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad.
But I do have that pulled up here. Stupid multitasking.
iPad fail.
I know. Here we go. 1960s. Johnny Quest revolutionized cartoon television because it was first of all, it was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon that was realistic. It featured a super scientist father, his bodyguard, and son and friend as they travel around the world and happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong freaking time every time. I think it's hilarious. The show is awesome for its on-screen violence, which was new for cartoons, and
How bad was the violence?
it was awesome because they had like guns, people getting pistol whipped, punched in the face.
Nice.
There
1960s
was
pistol whip action.
there was a death.
Johnny Quest.
At least you knew someone would die every episode.
Really? That bad? Huh.
A specific thing I remember, there was a guy dressed up as a gargoyle who hid on the top of this old like mansion, and he pissed off his boss, so his boss went out with a sniper rifle and shot him off the roof, and he fell to his death.
That is awesome.
Yeah, fatalities.
There's not violence like that. Even like Looney Tunes had crazy violence with guns and stuff, and you don't see that much anymore.
I am a big proprietor or big fan of classic cartoons. Warner Brothers especially. It's really true. The on-screen violence and things like that are hilarious. I think it's awesome. I mean, a lot of people complain it's poisoning our children. And
Deckard Cain.
My great grandchildren.
yeah, exactly. It's like all this violence is making people shoot each other, Columbine, things like that. All video games and cartoons are killing each other. Johnny Quest was noted in the 1970s. Originally, it aired during primetime, but then it went into syndication in the 70s during Saturday morning, and a lot of people were bugged about Johnny Quest. So a lot of networks edited the show out to cut like death and things. So like they would cut out crucial parts of the show, and all of a sudden the enemy of the episode would be dead. Hilarious stuff. Hilarious. The show featured the awesome voice talents of Don Messick, who is the voice of Dr. Quest, Droopy Dog, Ranger Smith, Boo Boo.
Oh, really?
Papa Smurf, and just about every narration for any Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Don Messick was basically another Mel Block in caliber of cartoon voices, and
That'd be such a cool job.
his versatility. I know, you got a voice for it. Why don't you do it?
Yeah. Next week. I'll be on cartoons.
Let's make a cartoon. Another awesome thing about the show, as I go through my notes, we just heard the opening thing. The big band orchestra was led by composer Hoyt Curtin, who was famous for the themes of the Flintstones, Top Cat, the Jetsons, and Johnny Quest. And the mood of the show is definitely defined by the
brass,
the big brass sounds. It was all this music was later recycled in Space Ghost, Herculoids, Fantastic Four.
Herculoids, I don't know that. What's that?
All these awesome 1960s Hanna-Barbera cartoons. The Herculoids was a group of how do you explain it without like showing somebody?
I was gonna say like Titans type of dudes. But
they're
really.
like there's like a rhino that shoots rocks out of his horn. There's like the two gooey guys. They appear later on in I know
Best cartoon ever.
the gooey guys.
Rhino Rock Shooter.
Rock Shooter and Gooey Guys. I don't know their names. You can Google it. The Herculoids.
Look it up on Wikipedia right now.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, Dino Boy in the Lost Valley, Shazam.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
These are all Birdman. Oh, Birdman. How can you forget Birdman? These are all cheesy 1960s action adventure
Oh, interesting. There was only
Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
18 episodes of Herculoids.
Yeah, and they're only like 15 minutes long.
And then there's another 11 a few years later. So from 67 to 69, they did 18 episodes. And then in 81 to 82, over a decade later,
which was not a good
they did 11
time.
Episodes.
Which was not a good time for Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Let me explain, and I've talked about this in some blog or some rant.
Xandor, Terra, and Dorno.
Yeah, those are for
Xandor.
Thundar the Barbarian. Oh no, that's
Still
Hercules.
Hercules. Yeah, still Hercules.
Yeah. The voice of Race Bannon from Johnny Quest was Xandor.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, Mike Road.
Mike Road, definitely. Cartoons sucked in the 1980s.
Nothing. This is another debate.
Wait a minute.
No,
You're stepping on my dreams here with He-Man and Thundercats.
Have you ever watched them? They're so terrible.
No, they're so good. They're still so good.
They're
Have a
terrible.
moral.
Yeah, I love the moral at the end.
Now you know.
Orca will get on and be like, so, what did we learn today, kids? Keep your room clean. And I'm just, I love it.
No.
We need to have another topic about the 80s. I think the 80s in general, not much good came out of them.
No, I like the 80s for a lot of things, but for cartoons, I mean, you've got drivel-like Care Bears and other things. Just terrible because basically the suits had taken over animation studios and decided that they would build cartoons around merchandise and action figures.
Oh, yeah.
Pound puppies.
They pale exactly. Yeah, they pale in comparison to the Tex Avery cartoons. What's the guy? Chuck.
That did Looney Tunes? Is there saying?
Yeah.
Dang it, Chuck.
I can't remember. I'm losing it here.
I'll find out. Hold
Tex Avery, Chuck What's His Face, and others of classic 1940s and 30s, 40s, and 50s cartoons. Towards the end of that time period,
Chuck Jones.
Chuck Jones. That's it.
Yeah.
Such a generic name.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Incredible directors, though.
Yeah, it's a Tex Avery, Bob Clampett.
Oh, he was amazing.
Freeling.
Frizz Freeling.
Hugh Harmon, Rudolph Ising, Chuck Jones, Robert McKinson, and Frank Tashem, and then there's more.
These directors defined and developed all the characters we know and love today.
Did I hear you say Rudolph Ising?
You did.
What? WTF on that? That's what I'm going to call it.
ISING.
He might be an escaped Nazi. We don't know.
Could be Asian too. Ising.
One of my speaking of Asians, one of my favorite parts of Johnny Quest is the racial intolerance. We've already talked about like the violence and guns for no reason, but the show features terrible native voices.
Oh yeah,
racial.
Who's the main villain? That one.
Dr. Zin.
Yeah, Dr. Z.
He's he's Chinese. Terrible acting. They show terrible natives. They make fun of the pygmies, the Chinese, the Nepalese, the Spanish, Amazon Indians. And
well, if they're gonna be world travelers, they need some sort of enemy, right?
Well, the problem is, like, for as smart as Dr. Quest is, he's a flawed character when he describes the savages. They don't know what's going on, and they interfere with their rituals all the time. It's kind of sad.
None of that.
Here's
In the name of science, no.
Here's a clip from Turu the Terrible.
Turu, he's the pterodactyl.
He is the pterodactyl. See if I can get some volume here.
Kill
Mr. Mark.
Turu.
Oh, sorry. No, you're up. You should be good.
Dude, no volume. That's too bad. We'll quit this in post. One sec. Let me find a Johnny Quest here.
Kill Turu.
Exactly. Kill Turu. Kill. Let me see if this one works. We'll cut this in post.
I'm going to blame the iPad on this.
Really? Is my mute button on?
No, is that a first gen?
Hey, Dad! The jungle looks kind of spooky up ahead.
There you go.
Let's scrub to the middle.
It's pretty good animation.
It wasn't. It was limited animation. Hanna-Barbera cut. Here's the part when the the boat is attacked by crocodiles randomly.
Oh yeah, and they just shoot them.
And Johnny tells every
mouth. Nice shot.
Quick, everyone, get guns.
Exactly. Garrett remembers. Yeah, let me see if I can get it here. Come on. Oh, yeah, there she's reaching for a gun.
I remember watching this cartoon with you in the middle of nowhere, Oregon, once.
Here we go. The dangerous crocodiles. Dr. Quest turns.
I see them, Johnny. Grab guns, everybody.
This 11-year-old boy.
Yes. Hanging over a boat.
They're unloading clips and
just shooting the crap out of crocodiles.
Right in the mouth. That's awesome.
Can you see this, Dan?
Nice.
Let him have it. Keep shooting.
Oh. And then PETA was born.
I know. Let him have it. Quit. Keep shooting.
Guns solve everything. I think we just learned there.
Everyone get guns.
I wanted to show you
that
guys.
That was their public announcements after each episode. What did we learn today, kids? Guns solve everything.
I wanted to show you guys a classic clip from Turu the Terrible.
Oh yeah.
It's an episode where this guy in a wheelchair uses his pterodactyl to steal natives who don't speak English, so they can mine inside his volcano. and there's no volume on this video. The premise of
I wanted to hear Turu again.
It's like it's a classic cartoon sound.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Anyway, the premise of that episode and a lot of Johnny Quest episodes is the bad guy at the end dies, and it's like, don't look, Johnny, just leave him. There's nothing we can do. The man in the wheelchair falls into a tar pit and dies. And you watch his wheelchair
kind of going up and down
slowly sink into the tar pit, and he dies. There's another episode where Race Bannon knocks these evil guys out of a boat, and the crocodiles eat them, and they paddle away. It's hilarious. Anyway, Johnny Quest is an amazing show. It lives on in a legacy of
Boomerang.
On Boomerang, but it lives on through an awesome program called The Venture Brothers.
Yes.
Garrett and I are big fans of The Venture Brothers.
I am not.
It is. You're not.
No, I've seen all first three seasons, and I can't get into it.
Which is so strange because usually you watch one or two and you're like, this is pure gold.
Maybe you don't get it because you haven't watched Johnny Quest.
Maybe
yet.
I think it's got to be something. I'm obviously missing some key element.
It is a complete.
I don't get it.
It is a complete, honest, ruthless ripoff of Johnny Quest, but it takes the pure, serious nature of Johnny Quest and warps it terribly.
It's so twisted.
Because instead of a respectable, honest, super scientist father of Dr. Quest, Dr. Venture is a terrible, terrible human being. He has no redeemable qualities whatsoever as a character, and that's what makes it so fun to watch. Venture Brothers is an awesome show.
Johnny Quest is a regular on that show as well. And he's like a older I guess teen, or
he's an older adult, kind of in his 40s, kind of a drug addict.
Oh yeah.
Drug addict.
Yeah, Cartoon Network owns the rights to Johnny Quest now, which is why they can add him on the Venture Brothers.
Oh, I was wrong. I said that Johnny Quest came to Netflix. It's not. It's Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon, not the same.
No,
anyway.
Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, I have another.
Actually, what's Johnny Test? As I'm searching for this, it's another kid show. Does it have any relation to that? Do you know?
No,
they just named it Johnny Test.
It's probably a kid show about maths.
Johnny Test.
3 seasons of a kid taking tests.
Oh my gosh!
Pop quiz. No.
Again.
No. Today we'll learn about trigonometry.
We did this last episode.
Stop it now. Yeah. Anyway. Johnny Quest. You can here's the
Is
guy.
This the wheelchair one?
The guy in the wheelchair.
Okay, you gotta hold this up so I can see.
Oh, it's in Spanish. Mátalos.
Even better.
Oh my gosh.
No, his voice and the sound. You gotta.
I can't find an English.
Why they put him in a wheelchair?
I know. And, apparently, they had no qualms having a handicapped,
paraplegic,
crazy person as an enemy. Yeah,
Awesome.
Cartoons are
Even
awesome.
handicapped people can be evil.
Hey, that guy was mean, but he loved his pterodactyl so much that he followed him to his doom in that pit.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna pause for a second here. Turo.
Right now?
Yeah, we'll pause here for a sec as an intermission. I'm gonna show these guys a clip of the next feature that I will be talking about.
The water break.
So
Pausing.
Pause
now.
Do we want to stop our video as well?
Yeah, let me go get some drinks. I'm going to stop everything here. We're recording now.
Awesome. Okay, I just showed these guys. Showed these guys an awesome freaking movie from my next topic that I'm talking about. An awesome cartoon I've been also watching called Samurai Jack.
Dude.
Samurai Jack, created by I'm gonna murder this name, Genndy Tartakovsky, who helped work on Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh yeah,
looks like animation.
Kind of the same, and the animated Clone Wars. And he has a new cartoon out right now.
You can kind of draw those parallels.
Yep, Symbionic Titan, which is kind of cool, and it's brand new on Cartoon Network. Freaking Samurai Jack is one of the most awesome cartoons I've ever watched because I'm a big fan of samurai movies. And that's what the cartoon's about. A samurai who's fighting this evil, shape-shifting menace, and then he gets thrown into the future where that evil menace, Aku, is the ruler of everything. And his whole world is flipped upside down. It's kind of like, it goes from being like desert landscapes, wasteland, to arena fights, Blade Runner type. A Blade Runner type futuristic landscapes, flying cars, crazy robots, bounty hunters, everything. And it's all about this samurai who tries to go back to the past so he can kill Aku in the past and regain his world back.
His timeline.
It's freaking an awesome show. It won 4 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Individual Achievement in Animation, and it was made between 1999, maybe 2000 till 2004.
I can't believe I've never seen an episode until today.
I've been TiVoing the crap out of it. I mean,
Well, it seems like one of those shows I would want to watch in high def. Do they?
yes, I think
That's a great comment from Mark.
it is definitely a show you want on like a big screen, like surround sound.
Yeah, because it was very cinematic. It was very cinematic.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad you caught that, Mark. The animation styles is interesting. It's kind of based on old Japanese art, samurai movies, 1970s split screen effects.
Yeah.
And cinematography. They specifically looked at like 1970s style movies and
Interesting.
And Akira Kurosawa,
Yeah.
Man, I agree on the sound though. The sound was really incredible.
Yeah. Sound was incredible. Let me play some from the soundtrack if you like it so much. This is a
I do.
This is one of the coolest parts of Samurai Jack is the epic cinematic feel it gives, and I'm just gonna pick Arabia. That's what it's called. Lots of drums, atmospherish. Here's another. This one's better. And at the same time, it has like an electronic feel to it too.
Yeah, I could definitely get into this show.
Jack travels all around the world, going to different places, and he always has to fight like robots and things.
Now it's interesting what you showed us, because I guess I always assumed it was the closest thing I could think of would be the Tick. It seemed like just this big guy who had a sword.
It seemed like that's how it was marketed at the time.
Yeah,
as I recall, because I remember it.
See, I don't remember. I remember seeing it on Cartoon Network at the time, but I don't remember. Like, I wasn't in the United States actually during its run, but towards the end of 2004, I remember seeing it on Cartoon Network, and they replayed it on their late night Toonami sections, but now it's on Boomerang again. And here's a cool track.
Yeah, because I just thought he was like this big dumb guy that was like super strong or something like that, just like the Tick.
And I kind of judged it. I kind of judged the animation too, because it's not your typical style.
Yeah.
Well, when you said Dexter's Laboratory, definitely.
Oh yeah,
definitely the animation.
Yeah, that's like electronic circuit bending almost.
It's really atmospheric.
Who did the music for that?
I don't know. I don't have it in my notes. Oh,
Research.
sorry. It's James L. Venable.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what
Mr.
else
Venable.
he did.
He's very good.
Yeah, he uses a lot of styles. I mean, since I said he travels, they use like ethnic music and lots of other things. Music is probably one of the most important parts of this show because there's little dialogue. They use cinematography, camera angles. I'm using bunny fingers here.
Yeah. Animated.
Split screen effects to tell the story. Samurai Jack doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue in like any of the shows.
Interesting.
And they tell that story through shots, close angles, far angles, split screens, and it results in a highly stylized cinema experience.
Who does his voice? Is he?
He's some
Patrick Warburton?
black dude. I don't know.
Okay, I just want. I mean,
I'm
I didn't
sure
hear
Mark
his voice.
can pull up the Wikipedia
I'm
so
pulling up
fast.
Samurai Jack right now.
Awesome.
IMDb.
Another thing that's amazing about the show is the amount of violence. They get away.
Phil Lamar. Oh wow, Phil Lamar from Mad TV.
Mad TV, Phil Lamar.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
One of the black guys from.
And the
Mad
other
TV.
notable voice was Mako, who was the voice of Iroh from
Yes,
Avatar: The Last Airbender. He was also in a bunch of movies like
Uncle Iroh.
Conan the Barbarian, and
He was totally my favorite character.
His voice is instantly recognizable, and his character he plays, Aku, is part funny, part dangerous, part. It's just you have to watch it to see, I guess.
This is what's so funny with all cartoons. I'm going through the cast list, and each person plays like 5 different characters. You know,
Yeah.
I love that about cartoons. You can't do that with any other show, any other type of show.
What made Samurai Jack awesome is they got away with all the violence because the enemies Samurai Jack fought are robots. So he was able to do decapitations, all this gore and violence that you normally see blood. It's like oil and goo. You know, he's fighting insects, things
It's
like
like
that.
Cyrax and the other guy from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. The show was canceled after the 4th season, and a movie has been slated since then. It's in pre-production with J.J. Abrams, who is going to produce
Seriously?
it. Yep.
Huh.
He's going to produce it.
No way.
His production studio, at least. What's the Bad Robot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got they're working on pre-production.
That's
right now.
perfect.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
Now, would they keep it animated if they did a movie?
I hope they do because I don't know.
It's gonna be Bruce Willis
Here's the
starring.
thing,
standing.
The Last Airbender.
They wanted. Oh my gosh. they wanted to make the movie earlier, but they had some other Cartoon Network movies that were made 10 years ago that did not do so well.
Powerpuff Girls.
That was it.
Wait,
I may or may
they made
not
a
have seen
movie
that in
out
the
of that?
theater.
Yeah,
oh
that-
yeah, it was
wasn't very good.
unwatchable compared to the TV show. The TV show was like super fast,
It was
like
fast.
you know,
I do
15-minute
remember.
episodes. They dragged one 15-minute episode into like
You can't do that.
an hour and a half long movie, and it just didn't work at all. It was so slow.
He was he was later hired to create the animated Star Wars series, not the stupid computer animation one. I'm talking about the 23-minute long segment.
No, I don't know about those.
You don't know about
No.
those? Okay, so Cartoon Network came out with Star Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars.
All right.
They came out in
The Colon Wars.
Oh my god!
The Force is strong.
It
with
was
this one.
Or better yet, Star Colon Wars. So
Star
we go
Colon
into
Wars.
stars colons to do battle.
It was bloody. It was terrible.
Oh my god!
Only Yoda survived. Anyway, they produced at first. Oh my gosh, we're not gonna get through this.
Sorry.
They produced 23-minute long segments, and I think they won a bunch of awards for that.
Really?
And then they produced 5 12 to 15-minute segments. It's animated just like Samurai Jack, and
Oh, you know what? I have seen images of Yoda in that type of animation. Yeah, okay.
it was fast-paced. I mean, it was 3 minutes long. Each episode you had to wait like a week to see.
Interesting.
And then they finally put them all together.
It's so weird that I've never heard of this stuff.
Oh, it was amazing. Amazing.
do you like the Clone Wars series going on right now?
No, don't really care for it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I watched it. It's too political.
It's crap.
Yeah, well,
It's crap.
that's
Political?
Yeah.
How so?
It's just them talking. Who
Yeah.
cares about
Oh,
the
I
Imperial
see.
Senate?
See, and I
On
was
my
so,
seat, I vetoed it.
exactly, and I was so excited to see for this series because I thought it'd be a great chance to show what the Jedi can actually do. You know, because we never really get to see awesome Jedi stuff. In
Seriously,
movies.
yeah, that's the biggest disappointment in the whole Star Wars world. I think that is such an amazing thing that they could just milk long, you know. And the thing that to me that is tapping it the best way that I've ever seen is the new MMO Star Wars game that's either out or coming out.
That will be awesome,
dude. The cinematics that I've seen from that game are the coolest Star Wars crap I've seen. Including all of the movies and everything else.
Speaking of cinematics, have you seen the cinematics for the new Batman?
Yes, also amazing.
Game? Holy cow!
Super amazing.
Holy cow!
Is this that's a sequel to Arkham Asylum?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I can't remember the premise. I need to watch it again. But
I don't
it was
either.
amazing.
Arkham Asylum was amazing.
Yeah,
great game. Anyway, awesome. Go watch Johnny Quest. Go watch Samurai Jack. You can find them on DVD. It's all available, and you will be.
And Powerpuff Girls. Can I throw that in there?
No.
Powerpuff Girls. Oh, come on. I was over at Dan's 10 years ago, maybe even a little longer than that, and we saw an episode of Powerpuff Girls, and I was blown away at how hilarious it was, and I was hooked.
It seems a little dated now.
Confession.
I'm sure if I saw it, I would be like, but it was awesome at the time.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it for my episode. It's kind of long, I guess. I don't know.
No, we're good.
All right. So
it seems longer because we paused in the middle.
That's true.
It's very informative. Thank you, Davy.
You're welcome.
I'm going to do some Tai Chi.
Watch some cartoons.
A little harder to do Tai Chi for that.
Oh! Anyway, dude, Samurai Jack rules my face.
Magic.
Are we cutting there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.